What does the word revolution mean to you? Well, to most of us, it could mean a coordinated uprising by a group of people against their government for a reason. However, in the 18th century imperialist France, this word meant nothing. They didn't know such a thing could happen. At the start of the Age of Revolutions, when this word began to pop up across the world, France was quite the prosperous country, home to hundreds of noblemen and scholars. It is common knowledge that their many riches came from the sugar and coffee plantations across their vast empire of colonies. However, there was a colony that led the pack, Saint Domingue. Given that the Caribbean colony produced more than half of the world's coffee and sugar, it is no surprise it was the most profitable and wealthy colony on the planet at the time. This is the story of the enduring legacy of the Haitian Revolution and the cost of freedom.
The colony of Saint-Domingue, although a bustling exporter of various important crops like sugar and coffee, faced a massive problem: France. They controlled the island, transforming it into a plantation economy by wiping out most of the natives and bringing in slaves from Africa who faced brutal violence and exploitation. However, one day, the Haitians decided a change was necessary.
They revolted, and by nothing short of a miracle, they managed to topple the colonial regime of one of the most powerful colonial powers in the world. Although this secured their short-term independence, the problem of not being recognized as a sovereign country loomed over them, and another French invasion was imminent. They were forced to pay billions in today's money to France, meaning with even the greatest of leadership and reform, the country would be crippled for centuries to come.
From the late 1600s to the 1700s, France brought hundreds of thousands of enslaved Africans from West Africa to work on sugar plantations in searing heat and harsh tropical conditions. Life expectancy for enslaved people was extremely low, and many died within just a few years of arrival. They set specified rules for black people, including the Code Noir, written in 1865. Among many restrictions for blacks, it said, "The masters may also, when they believe that their slaves so deserve, chain them and have them beaten with rods or straps." This is a direct quote from the set of rules King Louis of France put on slaves in Saint-Domingue. It explains how graphic and cruel slave owners were in Haiti.
One of the earliest challenges to French authority came from Vincent Auger, a free mulatto born in Saint-Domingue. While living in France, Auger was influenced by Enlightenment ideas and movements demanding equal rights for free people of color. Believing these ideals should apply in the colony, Auger returned to Saint-Domingue and organized a revolt demanding political rights.
French authorities responded with overwhelming force. Auger was captured and publicly executed in 1791. French troops were sent throughout the colony to prevent further rebellion. Although his uprising failed, Auger's execution only deepened anger among the enslaved population.
Later, in 1791, resistance exploded into full revolution. At the Bois-Common ceremony, spiritual leaders Cécile Fatima and Tuti Boukman helped unite enslaved people and launch a coordinated uprising. Plantations were burned, and enslaved people across the colony revolted against their enslavers.
Out of the chaos emerged Toussaint Louverture, a formerly enslaved man and brilliant military leader. Earlier on in the war, the Haitian force was aligned with Spanish ideals, as French monarchs were dependent on slavery. But in the early 1790s, the French Revolution reshaped the French government into a more against slavery, anti-monarchical society. So, as Spain took over the eastern half of the island, Louverture began to align himself with the French revolutionary government, defeating the Spanish in the east and ending slavery throughout Hispaniola. He was eventually appointed Governor-General of Saint-Domingue.
This progress did not last. In 1799, Napoleon Bonaparte seized power in France. Unlike the earlier revolutionary government, Napoleon was determined to restore slavery and regain control of the colony. In 1802, French forces captured Louverture and imprisoned him in Fort de Joux, where he died of starvation and illness a year later.
Many believed the revolution would collapse without its leader. Instead, Louverture's lieutenant, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, took command. Under Dessalines' strong leadership, Haitian forces used their knowledge of the surrounding terrain and superior tactics to defeat the French and declare independence in 1804.
The revolution permanently abolished slavery and created the world's first independent Black republic. It proved that enslaved people could overthrow one of the most powerful empires of the time. The victory inspired enslaved and free Black communities across the Americas and in turn terrified slave-holding nations such as the United States and Brazil.
However, the revolution left Haiti devastated. Years of warfare destroyed plantations, ports, and infrastructure. Many formerly enslaved people refused to return to plantation labor, choosing instead to farm small plots for themselves. This shift weakened Haiti's export economy, but protected personal freedom for the Haitians.
Globally, France's loss weakened Napoleon's empire so severely that he sold the Louisiana Territory to the United States. This was one of the most influential sales of the 19th century, boosting the American economy and population, and, in turn, it deflated Napoleon's imperial growth. Thus, while the United States and other European powers grew imperially under slavery, Haiti continued to face hardships post-independence due to lack of infrastructure and money in treasury.
After independence, Haiti struggled to rebuild. Jean-Jacques Dessalines declared himself emperor and attempted to revive the economy through paid but forced labor. His authoritarian rule led to widespread resentment from his people, and he was eventually assassinated in 1806. In 1818, Jean-Pierre Boyer rose to power after Alexandre Pétion's death. 2 years later, following Christophe's death, amid fears of a coup, Boyer reunified Haiti after 14 years of division. For the first time since independence, the country experienced political stability.
Yet, one major problem remained unresolved. France still refused to recognize Haiti as a legitimate nation. Without recognition, Haiti was cut off from global trade and diplomacy, leaving it economically and politically isolated. Furthermore, France continued to place more and more warships at Haiti's borders, both threatening the country and weakening its already non-existent foreign support.
France still couldn't accept its loss to Haiti. Thus, in 1825, they sent warships to the border of Haiti to offer a deal. In exchange for legitimacy, diplomatic recognition, and no threats of invasion, Haiti would have to pay France 150 million francs. President Jean-Pierre Boyer was in a state of perplexity. He didn't know whether to accept the deal and lead Haiti into years of economic depression or decline it and risk warfare.
Unfortunately, looking at the state of the army, President Boyer didn't have much of an option. If Haiti refused, invasion was likely. Facing overwhelming force, President Boyer accepted the agreement. France recognized Haiti, but the cost crippled Haiti's economy forever.
To pay the indemnity, Haiti loaned large sums of money from French banks, creating a cycle of debt that drained the national treasury. Taxes increased, poverty deepened, and development stalled. For over a century, much of Haiti's government revenue was sent overseas instead of being invested in schools, roads, and
until
hospitals.
1825, when the French essentially kind of forced Haiti to pay reparations, a kind of reparations, or an indemnity is what it is, money that is to go to the French plantation owners who had lost property during the revolution. A very large sum that's kind of levied. The Haitian state can't pay it, and so the French banks actually give them loans to start paying this indemnity. And this indemnity is going to kind of weigh on the Haitian treasury basically all the way through the 19th century. Haiti enters into this cycle of debt that we're familiar with today.
Although the debt was finally paid off in 1947, the damage had already shaped Haiti's future. It is widely known that the Haitian success was unable to be replicated. The Haitian Revolution demonstrates a rigorous and thoughtful revolution from the second it started. From Vincent Auger's enlightened mind and ingenious revolt, Boukman and Fatiman's spiritual boycott ceremony, Toussaint Louverture's brilliant and tactical mind, Jean-Jacques Dessalines' victory, to Jean-Pierre Boyer's reunification and indemnity decision, every little action in this 50-year-long period has helped create what Haiti is today.
Today, Haiti continues to navigate political and economic challenges shaped by historical forces. Many historians argue that the 1825 Haitian independence debt placed a heavy financial burden on the young nation, limiting its ability to invest in infrastructure, education, and long-term stability during a critical point of development.
The Haitian Revolution proved that enslaved people could win freedom through revolution. But the years that followed proved that reform was harder than revolution, causing Haiti to never recover, but still paving the way for what the country is today.
Haiti won its independence, but at the cost of its future.